24 minutes in the books. Down there at the AAA, Miami and Oklahoma City, and the Thunder with a 1-point lead. This is Hassan Whiteside trying to remove the mustache of Steven Adams with his elbow unsuccessfully. 51-50.
What's crazy is Adams doesn't move. No, like, if somebody had their elbow in my face, my first reaction would be to swim through it. He's standing there actually enjoying it.
I don't know if he enjoyed it.
He's enjoying it.
But I think he accomplished his goal. He's trying to annoy Whiteside and get him frustrated. That's what he's doing.
Well, I would like to be annoyed when throwing my elbow in somebody's face then. But I said, no, he's enjoying it. He's like,
got all kind of skin getting moved around and mustache and all that, you know. There you go. Probably could have done without the sound effects. Anyway, welcome to the American Express Halftime Report. Ernie Johnson, Chuck Kenny, and Lisa Leslie, the Hall of Famer, sitting in for Shaquille O'Neal tonight.
Best post play on the set tonight.
Yeah. It worked in pregame and it worked again.
He didn't like it then, he didn't like it now.
Let's talk about Russell Westbrook's 17-point first half.
Russell Westbrook, he didn't have a nickname yet, but I'm working on it. What about Warrior? He don't play for the Warriors, but he plays like a Warrior.
He does.
This guy comes out so strong. And what I like about Russell, he's always moving. His defense ignites his offense. Here he shoots, right through the screen, steals the ball. Nasty finishes. But what I don't like is when you see Durant goes out, Russell sometimes can hold the ball too long. We talked about this in the opening. Same thing. The offense gets stagnant. Nobody's moving. He may make the shot, but I think it really throws off the whole offensive chemistry. But when Durant comes back in, a lot of trust moving. Nobody can really stop Westbrook but himself, but I think he has to continue to do a better job of moving the ball around.
Westbrook with 17, Durant those two early fouls. He winds up with 8 in the first half. But it's only a 1-point game. Miami shooting 53%, Jet. 53%.
It's funny that we always talk about your defense is dictating your offense, and that's what Miami is doing.
She's in heels. Dude,
too late. I don't care. Women, children, men, I'm beating you all to the ball.
I'd like to see you running those heels.
I don't care, men, women, children, I'll beat you all to the
on TV.
Let's go. But I'll tell you right now, because we talked about Whiteside. Charles loves Whiteside. He thinks he can be a great player, not just a good player. But where I think his biggest impact is defensively. Freeze it right here. Because right here now, he is not really in the play, but then all of a sudden he jumps in and becomes freezing again in the play. So the guy went from not being seen to being heard on this defensive end. What that allows you to do is Miami, you don't have to worry about the half-court offense, and you get easy baskets for Dragic and Dwayne Wade. Again, he's a guy who's not being seen at times. He's blocked by Kevin Durant, and on the switch, all of a sudden on the pick, he comes, he wasn't seen, but now he's heard again, and he blocks the shot again, doesn't give up on the play, starts the fast break again. Easy baskets for now Dwayne Wade. Again, a guy who is very good at being seen and heard. Whiteside on the defensive end.
Just under 5 blocks a game to lead the league, 2 in the first half. Go ahead, Chuck.
Ernie, I think this kid got so much potential. I mean, if you can get 20 points a night, 10, 12 rebounds, and you're averaging almost 5 block shots a night, he doesn't have a great motor. But if he could ever harness that talent, I think he's in a great situation with Pat Riley down there, because Pat Riley's going to get the best, because he probably should have been playing better the last 3 or 4 years. He's really started last year, had a couple triple-doubles. But if he could ever just go full bore, he could be a great player.
Yeah, so basically you're saying if he commit to being a great player, if he would put more time in the gym like everybody else should do, he could be great. But I don't know if it's too late. He's 26, Chuck.
Well, I think
26.
I always said between 25 and 32, that's when you're at your best. You should be physically gain weight and maturity and learn how hard it is to play a professional sport. But this is the first time he's been with a good organization, in fairness.
Yeah, a couple seasons out there in Sacramento and didn't do much, and then his whole outlook and his attitude came into question there, and he seems to have turned it around, seems to have committed himself down there in Miami.
Big guys a little longer.
You're down 1, huh?
Take a little longer, too. Big guys take a little longer.
And we should. Trying to get Shaq to work hard now.
You've been watching the American Express Halftime Report, brought to you by American Express, official card of the NBA.
American Express halftime report highlights. Had a chance earlier today to sit down with Kobe Bryant, talk about his impending retirement and look back at his career. Here's just a snippet. Who came the closest to being the Kobe stopper?
The Kobe stopper. Well, the player I always had the most trouble with individually was always Tony Allen. Always. You know, Bruce Bowen was a great defender.
See, that was the name that was on my tongue. And,
yeah.
But Tony Allen.
No, Bruce was a great defensive player. Rajah Bell was a great defensive player.
Even though he was just that kid. Who is that kid?
Yeah. Well, I didn't know at the time. I found out, but I didn't really know. Ruben Patterson did a great job. But Tony Allen, he played one-on-one defense. He never funneled me anywhere. You know, his job was just to stay in front of me and just hound me the entire game, and he did.
Conversation tonight on Inside the NBA after the Spurs and Grizz.
He averaged 27 against Tony Allen. Stopped him.
I got to see Kobe play one last time.
You've been watching the American Express Halftime Report, brought to you by American Express, official card of the NBA.
Lisa, a very self-serving use of the Shaq cam. My goodness.
No, it's like Shaq's hair. He does the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing's changed.
He's taught you well.
Nothing changed.
And he
it's
does
like
that
one
too.
person.